Namaste everyone. In today's Kundalini yogic set, we are going to relinquish negativity with the thunderbolt. So we're going to use one of my favorite mantras, and that is Apsai Hoa Sache Da Sache Doa Hara Hara Hara. I'm going to work with the navel. Okay, so a lot of us can get caught in what I call a negative loop. Okay, and depending how long you've been in that negative loop, okay, it's going to require a lot of strength to get out of it. Okay, so we create our own orbit. And depending on our childhood and our environment and our choices, our orbit can be very destructive. It can be very unproductive, lack creativity, the blocks in receptivity, reciprocity, but we do have the creative energy to redirect the orbit. But think about any orbit. It would require a lot of energy, right? To redirect that energy. To put your orbit of, let's say you're spinning off into like a negative loop, okay, of pain and grief and I don't trust people and victim and you're feeling really stuck in that, okay? Like I'm stuck in this barren loop where I don't feel much energy, I feel depleted by this negative loop. Okay, that can happen sometimes, okay? So these mantras, this Sanskrit mantras, very ancient mantras, are there to basically elevate the mind, to dominate the mind. Because sometimes our negative patterning can dominate the mind. It kind of festers in us, and it molests us inside, out. So this particular mantra we're going to use, okay, kind of cut through the BS with the thunderbolt, is going to help us to really amplify our sense of sovereignty and really relinquish the whole whatever it is, the dilemma, the commotion, the compulsive behavior, just the drainage that is really creating a numbness inside of us and also creating a disconnect between us and between our responsibility to take care of our well-being. Okay, so we're going to tune in with Ang Namo, Gurudev Namo, and then we're just going to dive right in. So rub your hands together at the chest. Create some heat at in the hands, and then press it into your sternum. Close your eyes, roll your shoulders back, have your spine tall, tuck in the chin. Squeeze up, all the way up, like you're the tallest tree. Inhale. Squeeze up from the toe all the way to the crown of the head, as though you're stopping the flow of urination. Squeeze up Mulabandha, sex organ, rectum, navel, belly button to spine. Exhale. Inhale to chant. Ang Namo Gurudev Namo. Ang Namo Gurudev Namo. Ang Namo Gurudev Namo. Now protection mantra to the right, behind you, to the left of you, in front of you, and then spin it around you like you're in a sphere of royal blue energy, which is about protection, transformation, transmutation, making yourself feel safe and comfortable in your own space. Adgare name, Jugadgare name, Satgare name, Siddhi Gurudev Ebe name. Adgare name, Jugadgare name, Satgare name, Siddhi Gurudev name. Adgare name, Jugadgare name, Satgare name, Siddhi Gurudev name. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, bring your hands down. Take a moment to feel your presence, feel your heart. So what we're going to do is we're just going to dive right into the mantra. Place your hands on the heart. It's a very simple meditation. We're going to, so you just, you just follow along. Ready? Up, side. So you're really feeling like you're bringing in this wave of blue energy, kind of like my shirt. So visualize the blue of like my shirt, that energy coming towards you. Okay, like you're bringing it in. Okay, so up, side, oa, sache, sadoa, hara, hara, hara. Apsahai hoa Sache Sachadoa Hara 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 Apsahai hoa Sache Sachadoa Hara 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 Apsai hoa Sache Sachadoa Hara 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 Apsai hoa Sache Sachadoa Hara Hara Hara. Inhale, hold it here. Bring your shoulder blades together. Press your chest wide open like you're kind of holding your breast in your hands. So kind of like you're at the nibble. Tuck in that chin. Close your eyes. Press the tongue on the upper palate. Squeeze up mula bandha, belly button to spine. Really feel that mantra streaming through your consciousness and eliminating all of the negative junk that is creating all this kind of mayhem inside of you that's unnecessary. Get that out. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now bring this energy here to the navel. We're going to work on that navel. So I have Venus lock, which is like this. I have the right thumb, the left thumb, see this left thumb right here, on top of the right thumb fleshy mound. Okay, just put it here. Hara, 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 sa, ta, na, ma. Hara, 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 sa, ta, na, ma. Hara, 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 sa, ta, na, ma. So 6, hara. So again, focus on the tongue hitting the upper palate. Hara, hara. You see my tongue kind of flicking up and down. So, and pumping of the navel if you're not pregnant or in your first or second, third day of your menstrual cycle. What that's going to do is it's going to create this physiological connection between the mind. We talk about that pineal gland, okay, the frontal lobe, and the navel, which is your second brain. Okay, your second brain is more about I have the energy reserved, okay, the powerhouse, the energy to actually do what I say. Okay, I have the vision, my pineal gland, but I actually have the energy to execute it and to keep going and to keep following through and to keep up with the demand of my soul for growth in this life. So, hara, 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 sa, ta, na, ma. Hara, 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 sa, ta, na, ma. Hara, 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 sa, ta, na, ma. Hara, 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 sa, ta, na, ma. Hara, 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 sa, ta, na, ma. Hara, 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 sa, ta, na, ma. Hara, 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 sa, ta, na, ma. Hara, 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 sa, ta, na, ma. Hara, 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 sa, ta, na, ma. Hara, 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 sa, ta, na, ma. Hara, 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 sa, ta, na, ma. Hara, 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 sa, ta, na ma hada 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 sa ta na ma hada 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 sa ta na ma hada 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 sa ta na ma hada 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 sa ta na ma hada 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 sa ta na ma hada 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 sa ta na ma hada 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 sa ta na ma hada 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 sa ta na ma. Inhale. Press into the navel, open up the chest, roll the shoulders back, press the shoulder blades together, really squeeze up, tuck in the chin, tongue on the upper palate, belly button spine, the lower locks. Squeeze from the toe all the way up to the crown of the head. Think of yourself as regal, think of your self-worth high enough to receive the wealth of the universe, the beauty of the universe, the courage of the brightest star. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, we're gonna go back into that mantra, the Upsai Hoa. Okay, so again, your brain is like adjusting. Okay, you're chiropracting your brain. Okay, so your neurological state, you're basically reformatting. There's a reformation going on in your brain right now. Okay, so Upsai Hoa Sache Sachadoa Hara 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 Upsai Hoa Sache Sachadoa Hara Hara Hara. Inhale, bring it up to the nibble again, like you're holding your breast in your cupping hands. Squeeze up, press the shoulder blades together, roll the shoulders back, really open up the chest, squeeze up the lower locks, tuck of the chin, tongue on the upper palate, and expand through your crown chakra. Like you have a giant flower on the top of your head opening up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So now we're going to come up. Get my glasses on. Okay. So we're going to come into Archer like this. I'm going to be in the bush. So come down. So this leg, my hip is facing this way. My torso, my navel is faced this way, but okay, so get into that position, sit into it, and then when you're ready, come into your bow like that. And just close your eyes. Focus your third eye. So your eyes are closed and your third eye is focused on your thumb. So you see this position. I've closed my eyes, but as though I can see through my eyelids I can see through the space between my eyebrows, and I'm looking at my thumb, and I'm seeing on my thumb, my nail, thumb, the whole universe in my thumb. In the nail of my thumb, I see the entire universe with my closed eyes. I'm seeing through the space between my eyebrows. So really put pressure on the space between your eyebrows. Concentrate. You're looking through the space between your eyebrows at your thumb. Now breath of fire. And press the tongue on the upper palate. Again. You could pump the belly, the navel, to really create that navel adjustment. Really focus on the chest opening, not contracting. So I call this the stance of like, you need to up-level your self-worth. If your self-worth is in the dumps, this position will help you to get out of the dumps of your low self-worth so that you can attract some greater things besides the dumps. So over time, you'll be able to do this for a long period of time. You can even do this for 22 minutes, 31 minutes, but we're not going to do that long. So again, focus on your nail as though you can see the universe on the thumb, your thumb nail with your eyes closed. Inhale, squeeze, project, target, defend, win, victory. Exhale, come up and switch to the other side. Okay, so again, really feel that. You can almost see that 90-degree angle. Okay, so it's not like this. Okay, it's like that 90-degree. You feel that hip opening. My back foot is out parallel, my front foot is out straight, my navel's this way, okay, my chest is opened, okay, kind of turning my navel, but then my chest is open, facing out, okay, breath of fire with your eyes closed. We're not as long here, so just do your best. Inhale, project, exhale, come up. So stand with your legs as far as they can, okay? We're gonna come forward, the neck open. So it kind of looks like this. My back is flat. You see it's flat, but my neck is like open, like grabbing like the crease, the hip, that crease, okay? Bend the knees a little bit so your legs are not stiff like a board. Close your eyes, long, deep breathing. Really stick out the butt. Be more so on the balls of the feet rather than the heels. Again, bend that knee. When you bend your knee a little bit, your butt sticks out and you have a deeper sort of pull on the top of your head, like it's pulling your back flat. Really open the throat, long, deep breathing through the nose. Press the tongue on the upper palate. Inhale, exhale, come all the way down, bend the knees, come all the way up, come onto your knees. For our last thing, it's like you see the darkness is coming. It's darkness. Okay, so on your knees, we're just going to open the chest and like rotate side to side like this, okay? Inhale to the left, exhale to the right with the nose. So I want you to think that you're rinsing yourself, like rinsing a towel, like you're just squeezing that towel and all of that negative whatever stuff that's blocking you from what you truly want, you're just going to rinse it out of your spine. You're just going to be like, okay, done with it, need to move on. Let's go into something fresh. So inhale, exhale deep through the nose. Inhale, stretch your chest wide. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale. Now bring this energy in like this. So my hands are like, you see these very like a kind of flat blade. Inhale, exhale. So inhale, exhale, fast, fast. So through the nose. It's almost like a breath of fire, okay? So what you're doing is you're really, you're clearing out the electromagnetic field of the heart, okay? Look at the tip of the nose. Clear it out. Say out, out, out with all of the emotional heartache, the emotional depression, the emotional sort of numbness, detachment, emotional disconnect we have. Out, out, out. Go faster. Fast as you can, like you're the greatest yogi in the Himalayan mountains. Out, out, out. The emotional grief. Out, out, out. Let your out. Let yourself cry. Let yourself feel. Let yourself let go. Inhale. Exhale. Hold the chest. Have my right over left hand. Really feel your heart. Feel your heartbeat. I can feel it in my chest. Listen to your heart. Be attentive, receptive to your heart. Your heart is the rhythmic intelligence that gives you the wealth of the universe. Okay, now we're going to tap into the heart, this thymus. With the left hand, we're going to have the left hand on the navel, the right hand tapping on up and down from like the collarbone all the way down into the solar plexus, so up and down. So what we're doing is we're waking this area. For a lot of this area is very closed. Okay, it's very closed. We find it difficult to really follow through on things. Our heart is actually the ability to follow through and to really be extraordinary, right? So long, deep breathing from the collarbone, that space between the collarbone all the way down to the solar plexus, which is right here, just above the organs. Okay, now come seated. For our last thing we're gonna do, it's getting so dark. Okay, so the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna have our pinky right hand, pinky on the place between the eyebrows, and the other fingers just kind of come up and the thumb rests. I love this position. We're gonna have our left hand up like this. Actually, we're gonna switch. Left hand, right hand up like this. Repeat after me, like a mantra, a trance. You're putting yourself in a trance. Take my glasses off. Okay, so pinky between the third eyes, other fingers just go up the forehead and the thumb all the way to the hairline, and the thumb rests. So really open up the chest, make an oath. I listen to my heart. Repeat after me. I listen to my heart. I allow my heart to speak. Intuition is the heart. I allow myself to be intuitive. I awaken my intuition. I trust my intuition. I release all negative beliefs. I release all stagnant emotions. I welcome the joy of feeling. I welcome the grief of feeling. I allow myself to feel. I understand that feeling is growth. With growth, I can better manifest. With emotional maturity, I can be wise. With emotional maturity, I can lead. With emotional maturity, I can have fulfillment. With emotional maturity, I can be fearless. To spiritually grow is to accept my emotions. My emotions are the teacher. My mind is the student. My heart is leading me towards fulfillment. I release all self-worth. I release all self-belittlement. I release all self-hate. I release shame. I release judgment. In accepting my heart, I embrace my divinity. Accepting my heart, I embrace creativity. In accepting my heart, I embrace authenticity. I am available and ready to tap into my heart. I am ready and available to be kind to my heart. I am ready and available to transform, transmutate heavy emotions into great strength. So it is. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Bring the hands together. We're going to close out with long Sat Nam for our sunset. Okay. Inhale. Sat Nam. Inhale. Exhale. Sigh it all out. Let it go. Kind of shake your hands out and like shake your chest. Like really just kind of shake off all of that. Woo! Okay, so your heart has vibration. There's vibration. We've installed vibration in this whole heart area, just in our whole mind. So this vibration is going to help you to release. So if you need to cry, let yourself cry. So a tip for crying. I cry. Sometimes I cry. And sometimes I cry a lot, okay, just about many things. It's just being a woman, just can be, connect sensitive to the nature of our human state, okay. So when I cry, sometimes what I do is I can chant while I'm crying. So I'll be like, upside, at least literally I'll be crying and I'll be chanting. So if you need to, do that. Don't just cry and try to bottle it up and try to do the whole tight face and especially if you're a man. A lot of men, they do that tightness. No, you gotta let it out. If you want intimacy with a relationship, you gotta know how to express your feelings. And the only way we can better learn to express our feelings is we have to learn how to do it with ourselves. Okay, the greatest dilemma and the greatest disconnect and the great shallowness in relationships that we have with each other is that we don't know how to express our feelings because we don't know how to train ourselves to actually listen to our feelings in our private space. Okay, so then when we're in a relationship, we don't know how to express ourselves, and then there's a disconnect, things are misappropriated, it's confused, and nothing really comes through. In order for a relationship to come through, and the creativity, the passion, the ecstasy, the manifestation, the clarity to come through the relationship, is both people need to be expressive. They need to express their emotions, their feelings. But if we are numb, if our emotions are numb and we're detached, we're disconnect, what are we going to talk about with our partner? It's just going to be like a hollow sort of shell. So your pearl is inside the shell of you. So a pearl comes together. Okay, and your pearl and your heart comes together when you allow the weight of emotions to come through, the pressure of emotions to come through. Okay, so allow the pressures of emotions. Don't just let it kind of just sit there and bottle it up. Allow it to come through so you can better understand yourself and what you really want and what you're yearning for and what really wants to come through you and what really wants to heal and what really wants to move through you so you can let it go. And so that you can continue to grow. So let it go so you can continue to grow. So resentment, bitterness that we have in our heart just simply means that we've just been uptight. We've had the stick up the ass for way too long. Okay, the stick up the ass is a person who's been bottling up their emotions for way too long. Okay, and now they're 85 and they want to let it go, but now it's just too much. It's too tight to actually open up that gateway. So allow yourself to open up that gateway and understand that gateway wants to inspire you, not to make you feel like crap. It wants to come through you so it can teach you a lesson, so it can help you to be wise, so that you can make better choices, so that you can be more constructive, and so that you can be stronger with your impact on life. Not weaker, but stronger. So with a strong heart, we can actually metabolize and digest the roughest, most harshest thing on this planet Earth. And that's kind of like the warrior practice. And when you become that warrior to your life, to your relationship, to your community, through the strength of your heart, the vibration of your heart, the impact of your heart, the compassion, the command, the self-expression, the creative explosion, ecstasy of your heart chamber, what you do is you become extraordinary. You know, extraordinary is not the mind. It's the vibrational impact that we have on the heart. And people don't even need to speak to have that sort of extraordinary presence and essence about them, like Martin Luther King. He could just stand there on the podium and just say like a sentence, and we're just all going to be mind blown, because what he's doing is he's amplifying the electromagnetic field of the heart so broad, so wide, so deep, that his electromagnetic field of the heart can almost like encompass, and it can hold a whole community or a whole group of people in a strength of a heart strength. And with heart strength, we're able to prevail over these mental judgments. The heart is how we prevail over the destruction that comes from these mind games. You know, I'm not good enough, and judgment and shame, and I'm embarrassed, and, you know, I'm a crap person. You can destroy yourself with those reckless sort of thoughts that are just lingering, festering, and molesting you. But you have to tap into your heart if you want to prevail. If you want to prevail over all of that sort of disconnect and disruption and interference with all the, you know, festering little demons, you could say, is you have to have a very strong electromagnetic field of the heart that's demanding of you, that's very compelling, and that has a strong command that no mental whatever little demons festering inside of me, the shame, the judgment, the whatever paranoia, okay, I have the command. So when the heart has the command, we are extremely impactful and powerful and inspired. But when our heart has the command, our mind has the command, oh, well, if our mind is spinning through some sort of negative loop, well, then our heart, our emotions are going to do the same thing, and we're going to be kind of just in this sort of dilemma with ourselves and confused, most likely. So that heart gives us the vibration of what I call astral projection, a Sacha record, of review. It opens up psychic abilities, gifts, talents. It opens up our hidden talents. It opens up creativity, opens up deeper intimacy, and all of that gives us a greater prosperity. It gives us a better course, and it gives us a ability to actually redirect our course and to eliminate and shed. So when we shed, we're shedding through the heat of the heart. The heart is like a technology of like a furnace. It really creates that movement that turns on the furnace. So your heart is turning on the furnace of your body, your movement. Okay, it's moving things through you. So of course the heart is all about, I want to shed, I want to purify, I want to keep it moving, I want to grow, and I want to keep you going and completing your destiny, whatever that may mean. I'm the heart. I'm devoted to you. If you listen to me, I will help you see it through. If you listen, if mind, okay, the heart speaks to the mind. If you allow me, mind, to really inspire you and to really be your muse, you will have the most extraordinary mind, full of so much brilliancy and so much brightness, and you will have the universe. You will have the finest, refined consciousness, mind, if you are able to actually listen to me. Okay, if you welcome me, if you allow me to inspire you to be your muse, to connect you to life, to bring you to nature, to give you intimacy, to give you a self-care, a divinity. That's the heart speaking to the mind. So I'm going to let you guys soak this up as I go off into the darkness.